and actually what it's really like, the kind of the ups and downs, what everything you would want to learn if you really want to learn cooking and what it's like. Watch this video because I will kind of give you guys everything, all the details of what it was like. I'm going to work on a few things right now. Just work on this one. Whoops. Um, I'm going to, aha. Okay, there we go. I can probably put it over here. No, I don't want to put it in front of my face. So, okay, that's fine. I won't do it right now. I can do that later. Um, okay, that's really funny. I tried to start a poll and it just didn't end up working. Let me try it again, maybe in just a second. I've already got a viewer. That is insane. Okay, this one. Um, okay. I'm gonna move this out of my face so you guys can actually see me. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right, we've got the poll going now, and this should be pretty good. So I'm excited to start. Uh, yeah, we're able to move it over, and I guess I could have probably made it a little bit smaller too. That's okay. So I'm gonna start with the basic. I need to grab my notes real quick as I'm doing this. Just wow. Okay. All right, I'm back, and I've got some notes. I'm gonna need these for later. As I'm going to be going through this. So I'm going to start with the first and the most important piece of the whole thing is cooking comes with a reward. And that reward being, honestly, you can start anywhere, anytime, as long as you have the proper training, it becomes really fun. Yo, how's it going? So I want to start by saying if I start cooking, here's the main things that I would give you guys to say I love this so much because of. All right, the reason why I really like cooking is one, every day when I show up to work, I have been told I am allowed to have as much food as I want, just don't waste it. So as a cook, being told that I can have as much food as I want, I can cook anything I want on the menu. So, being that I really love this, I can cook a steak if I wanted to. I know the whole menu already. I can cook whatever. I can cook a ribeye. I can cook a New York. I can cook burgers, quesadillas, anything you want. I can cook it. The next best thing is I can walk in and if I see my boss is already starting to need help, I can immediately jump in and start helping him. There's no, okay, let me look at the menu. How do I do this? How do I do this? You already know the menu and you know how to do it. So that's the next piece to cooking. Um, yes, so I'm really excited. I was really excited to start cooking. And here's the next piece is all right, here's the difficulty of cooking. So cooking comes with a reward, but there's a difficulty to it as well. And here's the difficulty. Starting to learn cooking is difficult. In certain restaurants, it's even more difficult. But for me, it was especially difficult because I was still trying to learn the whole thing, and Mexican food is different than most other foods. It is a whole different concept, different type of food. So when I started, I actually started to learn one food, and that one food was enchiladas. And so for 2 months, I saw that one food, and I learned how to make it. I watched my boss, watched him over and over and over again, and watched him make it. And that was the one thing I knew how to make. And so every day for lunch for 2 months, that's what I had for lunch because that's the only thing I knew how to make. So, I mean, that was part of, the whole thing was Uh, I really enjoyed it, but I started with one thing. That was it, one thing. And as I learned that one thing, as I started to eat that, I began to expand into different types of foods. I began to learn the whole menu a whole lot easier. It became so easy to learn. Um, and the next piece is I've been learning how to have a lot of fun even in stressful moments. Uh, to give you guys an example, we were cooking and we had a big ticket, probably a ticket this many, probably a ticket this size. And we were cooking for probably like 3 tables. Um, hang on, what did you say? Okay. Um, we had like 3 tables here, and so we were cooking, and I don't know what it was or what I said, but my boss just randomly out of nowhere was like turned to me and said, "Time to learn, Bubba." And we were both in the whole thing, like we were ready, we were cooking, and he turned to me and said, "Time to learn, Bubba." And ever since then, we always just bring that up. Like it's the funniest piece. But if you can actually have fun while cooking, if you can learn, know what you're doing, don't make mistakes, but laugh and have fun at the exact same time, that's ultimately exactly where you want to be. And so it was really funny for us, and we do that a lot. We make jokes, and one of the times we were making jokes, we were laughing so hard that people closer to the restaurant, there's like one table in the restaurant, and they actually got up and moved to the other side, and because we were being so loud. And I told my boss, I said, if that happens 1% of the time, I'm okay with that. And if that happens 99% of the time, we need to change our jokes. Because 1%, if 1% of people get up and move to the other side, we're okay. And if the rest of 99% all are laughing with us, if it's creating a better mood for the whole restaurant, that's even better. But if they're actually on the other side, like if 99% of people are moving, saying these people are way too loud and not coming back because we're being too loud, we're probably creating a problem. And so that was, I guess, the best piece is you can learn when to have fun and laugh and cook. When we have an order this size, a big ticket, we're obviously not joking and laughing with each other at that time. Like we can laugh a little, but everything is in our minds. When you're cooking, you have the whole order in your minds, every single piece to it. You can't have half the order in your mind. You have to have everything. You have to have the whole thing memorized and be ready for it. And being that I've only been a cook for I'd probably say confidently 8 months I've been a cook, is you still learn that there's things you're gonna miss when memorizing the whole ticket. You have to go back and look at the whole thing. Especially when people say, I want this, I don't want this. I want this, I don't want this. Um, some people will say, I don't want tomatoes, I don't want lettuce. And when you're used to making a plate a certain way and you all of a sudden have to change that, you know what I just realized? Hang on. As I'm in the middle of this, I've got my whole mic set up here, but I do not have it plugged in. Let me plug it in. That'll be here. Yeah, that'll be great. I really hope you guys can hear better now. Let me know. Did the sound quality get better? Because I I didn't notice that the whole time. I didn't have my mic plugged in at all, and this whole time I was going on, and I didn't see that. Anyways, where was I? Let me think for a second. Anyways, I guess I can just kind of start over for a second. Um, yeah, so we just kind of have fun in those moments of stress. We try. When we're really stressed and we're really focused, it's probably not a good thing to have laughter and joking around because you have to focus every bit of your mind on one thing. I've started to notice my boss when people come in and they say something to him, he's very quick answer yes, no, and that's it. Not because he's trying to be rude, but obviously because he's trying to get to a point. This is what needs done, and I need you to quick answers. What really bothers him is it makes sense. People come in and say, "Hey," like customers from outside and say, "Hey, where's this person?" We had that happen the other day. Someone came into the kitchen and was like, "Hey, where's Joe?" In both of our minds, you're thinking the exact same thing as thinking, "What do you mean, where's Joe? We're cooking in the kitchen. If you don't see Joe in here, Joe is not in the kitchen. You're in the restaurant. Go look for him. You have his phone number. You know where he's at." It's like one of those things. And so that kind of bothers him, and that makes sense, as being that um around that time. Next is, anyways, yeah, I kind of covered that pretty well. And when I'm learning, I always watch everything they do. I watch. Starting out as a cook, this is the most important piece, is watching, because if you don't actually watch, you can ask questions and you can start learning other ways, but watching is one of the best ways to learn. Because I watch him, especially when he's got lots of orders lined up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 orders right here, and I watch him, every bit of behavior, everything he does. I'm watching it, because if he sees one ticket, what I see him do a lot is I'll see him read all the tickets, but focus on one, which makes sense, right? Because if you try to focus on all 6 tickets at the exact same time, you will absolutely lose your mind. By focusing on that one ticket, and so here's the reason why you read all the tickets, okay? You read all the tickets because in one ticket, there might be steak tacos. If you read the rest of the tickets and you say, okay, this order is only 2 steak tacos. I'm putting in the steak for this one. Let me add 2 more. Okay, boom. We have all the steak. Now it's ready to go. And it's kind of working smarter. Um, I guess that's something I want to talk about later. I want to talk about in my next live stream actually is um, the thought of work smarter, not harder. I want to talk about that because I disagree and agree with that statement in different ways. I'm going to kind of explain what I feel like in that statement, but I'll get back to that in the next live stream. For now, I'm going to continue with this. Is by reading all 6 order tickets in a row, look at all of them, understand them, memorize them. Okay, you allow yourself to focus on one, okay, I'm only making this one ticket, but your whole brain is prepared to make the rest. You're not stressing yourself out because there's still 5 more tickets right there. But you're focusing on one, get this one finished, move on to the next ticket as fast as you can. So, our kitchen, we have one cook. And sometimes, if you need it, 2 cooks. That's it. Me and my boss. And that's rare that I even jump in there. Most of the time, it's my boss that's cooking. So, and here's the other thing that's I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but kind of doesn't. And I'll explain why. Is one thing is Americans really don't like when Americans are cooking in Mexican restaurants. Now, I understand because it is a Mexican restaurant and they have, Mexican food. But what I don't understand is if an American is making the Mexican food it's the exact same recipe, why would it be any different? That's kind of what I'm wondering, is why would it be any different than the rest? So that's one quick thing that I'd say. It's interesting. I might have to think about that one a little more. Maybe come back on another live stream. Um, yeah. So back to always watch when learning. I start to watch every behavior, the direction he moves when he's cooking, which he's taught me the same thing ever since I've been there. Ever since I've started cooking, it really matters when you're in the kitchen which direction you turn. If you turn a certain direction, always be watching behind you. I mean, like you don't have eyes in the back of your head, but you can like look behind you real quick before turning. And next is speed. You have to be fast. Be fast in the kitchen. Be fast and efficient. And the next, okay, so I'm gonna say the most important piece of this whole thing that I just mentioned, the whole conversation, everything, the most important piece of all of this is memorize the whole menu and the walk-in everywhere. So if you don't memorize the menu or the walk-in before you start cooking, you are going to be in trouble. And I'm saying this because I have experience in this. I didn't know certain things on the menu. I don't know prices. I didn't know this and that. I didn't even know the food on the menu. Like I didn't even know the whole menu yet. And so by memorizing the menu, you're mentally preparing yourself. Okay, this is all the food in the menu. Okay, in the menu, they have all the ingredients. If you memorize each food and put the ingredients together, memorize everything as best you can, it's going to be super easy for you as a cook. Now, being a cook is different. Obviously, there's different restaurants, different ideas, different places. So everything is different. But I always start by memorizing the menu. And next, start by memorizing the walk in everywhere else you need to know. Because I have had times my boss has told me, hey, go grab this from the walk-in. I don't know where it's at. I haven't memorized that yet. And so I've been walking around, clueless, like, where's it at? He's busy. He's cooking. He's like, it's literally right there. I can't find it because I haven't memorized where everything's at. So one day I showed up to work and I literally took 15 minutes. That's all it takes. 15 minutes to start memorizing everything you can. Memorize the walk-in as much as possible. There's even a storage space in the back that I started memorizing too. Because if you know where every single thing is at and a customer asks, hey, I need this, you're ready. You're set. Okay, I'm going to grab it. I know where it's at. It's there. Okay. But if you aren't, then if you don't know where it's at, you won't be ready. You won't be prepared. If they ask you, where's this at? I don't know. Let me go ask my boss. It takes more time. It's less efficient. And it kind of starts to annoy other people. So start by, I guess, memorizing everything you possibly can. Memorizing the menu, memorize the walk-in, everything you can as a cook. The most important piece. I feel like most cooks already know this, but I'm kind of talking to the audience who doesn't yet. And then I think that was kind of it for this kind of topic. I did kind of want to mention, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with NF, the rapper. He's got some great music, and he is coming out with a brand new album in 3 days. I'm super excited for it. This shirt actually says Hope. This is one of his albums. He's a great artist, but I'm super excited. He's coming out with a new album, and it'll be coming out very soon. The album is called Fear, and he's put a lot of work into this, a lot of time into it. Super excited for it. I've been waiting for a long time for this, so yeah, it'll be coming out. I'm gonna find out what it's like. I really wish I could do a review video on it. I can kind of talk to you guys afterwards about what I felt about all the music, kind of take notes and everything. If you guys want, I can do that as well. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I'm excited to listen to it. Really excited. I actually ordered a signed NF CD of this album. If you guys would like to order one too, there is an album on his store, NF. Just search NF on Google and probably take you to a store, and it'll be right there. It's only like $24 for a signed CD, and they are limited. They ran out of stock and they just filled back up, so be prepared for that. And I'm excited. We were honestly not even close to the time I was trying to get to. I was trying to get to 30 minutes on here. Okay, I can cover that part because I missed that. I'm gonna go back to cooking for a minute just because I kind of finished talking about this topic. So when we first started, it had been just about a year, and we already had a new waitress. And she started coming to me, asking me, what's in this food? What's in this one? What's in this one? Where's this? So I had to start telling her, okay, if you're wondering, you need to start looking at the menu. Look at the menu, memorize every bit of it. If customers are asking you, what is in this burrito? You need to know exactly what's in it. People are asking you, what is in this food? You need to know. Even if it's a Mexican name, you need to know how many tortillas go with that dish. Every single piece of the menu, you need to start memorizing. And I'm not saying you have to memorize it fast and now, but you have to start memorizing. That should be the first thing you do as a waitress. Learn the job, learn how to talk to people, and the menu. Learn everything, every piece there is in the menu. The menu is one of the most important pieces. If you don't know the food, you can't really go anywhere with the rest. So, yeah, learn the menu first. And also, even as a waitress, it's important to learn. I say even as a waitress, I'm not a waitress, but I was telling the waitress to learn the whole walk-in area. Oftentimes, she'll come in to us while we're cooking and say, hey, I need this piece. I need this salsa or something like that. We'll say, go get it. You know where it's at. Go get it. And she doesn't know where it's at because she hasn't memorized it. And so that was the one thing I always tell the waitress, always go memorize the menu first and then the walk-in. So when you memorize those things and you have really good, you know how to talk to the customers and kind of make jokes, you should make the customers laugh. That should be the next piece, is make the customers laugh. Make them enjoy themselves. not only for yourself, but I mean everyone. If they laugh, then most likely they're gonna enjoy it a whole lot more. I don't know, I guess, but yeah. So I kind of talked about the reward of cooking, the learning one meal for only 2 months, and I talked about being able to have fun when it's sometimes stressful in certain moments. And I talked about always watch your boss or whoever's cooking when you first get there. And I also talked about learning the menu and the walk-in, memorizing everything. And also I talked about the NF album. That had nothing to do with cooking, but just kind of wanted to bring that out there real quick. That'd be kind of cool. Um, so yes, I wanted to kind of bring up real quick is I have a 500 subscriber goal, and that goal is by February 2nd. So subscribe to see that goal. I would love to see it. We are getting really close to halfway already. I've been in this thing. I've been doing YouTube for a little more than a year, and we are almost halfway to 500 subscribers. So if you guys want to see me get to 500, subscribe, and I would love to get there. We just passed our 200 subscriber goal a while ago. We're at 212. Really happy about that. You guys brought me there the whole way, so really appreciate it. And I honestly don't know what more to talk about in this live stream. I guess I've got a couple likes from it, but I guess I'm gonna have to start doing better. There's always ways to improve. I even found this as I've been live streaming and doing shorts. I looked over my old shorts, and they started to get a whole lot more likes and comments, and they were a whole lot better and views and everything. And I started to wonder why they were much better than my shorts now. And the reason being is because the content changed. I used to go to my videos and say, subscribe for this or new challenge coming, and uh comment your favorite candy and I'll do a review. But that was the content people liked, but it wasn't the content I liked. I didn't like doing that content. People really liked it, people enjoyed it, but ultimately, the content you should be doing is the content you enjoy doing. And this is kind of the content I enjoy doing. I enjoy teaching people about certain stuff, and maybe I'll teach you guys about something I don't know, something crazy soon. I don't know. But this is just kind of stuff I like to teach is work ethic. I know a lot about work ethic, and I have a lot of work ethic. I guess people have been very surprised at my work ethic, and I feel like it's a very important to teach everyone else I can find about it because work ethic is very important in our lives. It is one of the most important things. If you have, um, I'm not answering that comment. Uh, yeah, I'm not answering that. So I forgot where I was going. That comment completely threw me off. Anyways, so yeah. Um, Forgot what I was gonna say, but anyways, yeah, work ethic. I was talking about work ethic. I even have a program called School SKOOL, and that is for work ethic. I've been teaching it on that. I guess I'm gonna start teaching it. I haven't actually really started yet. I'm gonna be posting some videos and stuff. So I really hope you guys are interested in that. It's only $5 a month. But I am going to end the live stream here. We've only reached 23 minutes, but if I'm lucky, I'm even getting um, yeah, I might be getting a view every once in a while. So like, I'm gonna end it here. I'm not getting anything from here. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next live stream tomorrow. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, and I think I'll actually be going from. Yeah, I'm gonna start changing my content from, I guess, work ethic a little bit for a minute into actually money and stuff outside of work. So that'll be coming up tomorrow. I really hope you guys are excited for it and subscribe to help me get to this 500 subscriber goal by February 2nd. Yeah, February 2nd. So I'll see you guys in the next live stream tomorrow. Bye bye.